Hey guys, I'm Brandon Pepin. I'm on staff at the University of Wisconsin-Platteville, and I led worship as a student, and I lead worship now for my church and in a couple of different venues. I've led worship at CFW and a couple of different things. One of the things that I've done recently is I created kind of a mini pedal board that works in conjunction with my iPad where I lead worship from. And a lot of people have asked me questions about what my setup is like and how I run things and what's going on. So I decided to make a short little video to kind of show things the best. So we'll see how this works. If you have questions, you can email me or ask me or give me a phone call or whatever. But I figured I'd just walk through my setup here and show you how things work. I'll use my mouse and we'll see what happens. This is the first time I tried a screen recording. Basically what happens is, I have a Gator pedal board. It comes in a little bag. It's just kind of a nice little pedal board here. On the right, I have my Boss TU2 tuner pedal, and that goes straight into a DI. These aren't the best DIs. I actually want to get a stereo DI by Radial to kind of merge these two into one. Basically, my guitar just hooks up straight into my tuner pedal, which can mute and unmute the guitar, and then I have a DI so I can plug straight into a sound system. And then on the flip side, you see this. All it is a super cheap volume pedal. This one's okay. There's actually another one I found on Amazon, I think for about 30 bucks, that I would probably try if I made this pedal board again. But this one works fine. And basically what happens is, the cord's not here, but basically there's a cable that comes out of my iPad, out of the headphone jack in my iPad, and comes into this volume pedal and then out of the volume pedal into another DI. And basically all this thing does, I use synth pads as I lead worship a lot to help just create transitions and flows and all that kind of stuff. I'll talk more about pads in a minute, but basically this volume pedal allows me to fade in and fade out any audio that's coming from my iPad. Then the other thing, this is where the real kind of iPad integration comes in. This unit right here, kind of on the top, it's kind of hard to see. This is called an AirTurn BT105. And basically all it is a Bluetooth adapter that connects to your iPad. And basically you can custom code it to enter any keystrokes or inputs with different pedals. So I have 3 pedals here. It has 2 1/8-inch headphone jacks, 2 stereo headphone jacks on it. So basically you can get 4 different signals input into the device. So the way that I have mine set up is this little pedal here. All it is just a momentary foot switch. It's just you press it and it sends a signal. So this one right here, I have this universally set as play pause for music. I use again this with pads and synths that I use when I lead worship. So this is play pause. This one down here is next track on the music. And basically what I do is, also talk about this later, but I have an application that I load up all the keys of the songs I'm leading in, and then when I click this pedal, it goes to the next track, and it actually crossfades the tracks together. And then this pedal here I just have set, this is for next page on my music. So again, this one here, all these just connect straight to this BT105, which Bluetooth connects to my iPad. So this one does play pause on music. This one does next track. This one does next page on my worship leading music. So I'll show you some of the apps that I use and kind of go from there. So over here, this is just a screenshot from my iPad. I use the Planning Center online. Everything they have is just phenomenally good resources. It's super cheap. There's even a free version that you can use and kind of tweak to use so it stays free. And I think you can pay $2 a month to get this Music Stand app. And basically what the Music Stand app is, it allows you all of your music that you've uploaded to the Planning Center site, allows you to view that music. So you can see kind of your order of service. So this is a plan that this is just from worship at church I led on Sunday. And here's the order of worship. There's a pre-service. Here's 2 songs, welcome and announcement, some more songs. I think the message got cut off and some things at the bottom. But basically, it shows you the outline, and then you can just click on one of the songs. You can also, this is just another picture here, you can also add songs into a set list very easily, just kind of drag and drop. So all your songs are available here in all your different keys and all that kind of stuff. So if I was here, You Are Good, I'd just click on You Are Good, and it'd pull up this on my iPad. I've made this chord sheet, so it pulls this up on my iPad. And then if I want to go to the next song, I just click that bottom right foot switch, and what it'll do is it'll just fade transition to my next song here. And so this is what the next one is here for you. And so I can just keep hitting that foot switch, and it'll keep going to the next song. That way I don't have to turn music, because I play guitar when I lead. It's just a giant pain. So this Planning Center music stand app is amazing, works really fantastic. If you have more questions about Planning Center, Planning Center is probably the single most helpful tool for planning worship and organizing chord charts and all that kind of stuff. So if you have questions about that, you can let me know. But also, the other really key part of this is this app here in the middle called Media Mix. And this is really important because I use pads or synth sounds behind almost all the songs that I lead worship, just as like, I don't know if most of you have this experience when you lead worship, but there's a difference between a keys player and a synth player, and most people who play keys don't really know how to play synths very well. At least in my experience with leading worship with students or leading worship at church and stuff like that. And so the synth and the pad, it just really helps to give this great undertone, and it also helps doing transitions from keys to keys very smoothly. So the key thing is that you need an application that will crossfade your music, because you don't want to just have one song playing in the background in the key of A, and then you transition to the key of G, and it just like stops, and it's chunky. You want it to crossfade together. So this app is an app called Media Mix. It was $1, I think. And what's nice about the Media Mix app is that you can customize your fade in, fade out points. So you can set the crossfade exactly the way you want it. And basically all you do in the Media Mix app is that you load in your pads. So you just put the pads, they're just MP3s. You just put them on your iPad like you would any other song in a playlist. And then you just load them into this application. And it's just like another music player. Instead of using iTunes to play your music, this plays it. And all I do is I'll just add the pads for the keys that I'm using. So if I'm going to play a song in C, then a song in A, then a song in G, then I'll just add those pads into the order here, and I'll use that top foot switch on my pedal board to hit play at the very beginning, and these are like 20-minute loops of the same key. So whenever I am ready to transition songs, I'll just hit the next key, or I'll hit that next track button, which again up here on my thing. So here's the play pause one, here's the next track one. So I'll just hit the next track one, and then it'll just crossfade into the next track. So it works really, really well. It's been so much better leading worship with kind of this little setup here. And if you want information about pads, this is a really great little worship tutorials website. It's called worshiptutorials.com. If you go to worshiptutorials.com/pads, I think it's like $10. You can buy all the pads in all the different keys. So all, C major, G major, E flat, A flat, whatever you want to do them in. And then they're just MP3 tracks. You download them. I think they're 20 or 30 minutes long or something like that. And then again, I use this Media Mix app. One other app that I've kind of investigated but haven't really liked a ton is called this Worship Director app. They actually pitched it on this Worship Tutorials site. It's actually free, but it's a lot slower and more sluggish. So I haven't used it a ton, mostly because this Media Mix app has worked pretty good for me. But this one can do crossfading. This one can load all your songs in, and you can even have like your drummer trigger these. I just do it because I like control, and most of the people I play with haven't used pads or synths before, and so I'm just able to play, pause, do whatever I need to. So anyways, that's my pedal board. Hopefully that's been helpful. If you have any questions about it, let me know, and hopefully this has been helpful. Catch you later. Hey, me again real quick. Just remembered something I forgot in the earlier section of the video. A couple things just to clarify. The BT105, the Bluetooth pedal, you can do 4 different pedals. They have you don't need these Boss FSU5U. I just like these because they're a little more sturdy. You can even buy it they come with some pedals built in. I think it's maybe $100 or something like that with 2 pedals, and you can even get a 4-pedal setup. And I have mine set up to do play, pause, next track, and next next page, but you can set it up to do almost anything. Now, if you wanted to do play, pause, and next track to use a synth program like I do, basically you're going to need, when you buy it from AirTurn, you need to tell them that you want it custom programmed. And if you have questions about that, you could let me know, and I can show you exactly how to tell them how to do that. But by default, it won't let you just do play, pause, or next track. They're set up for something else. But by default, you can do like previous page, next page, page up, page down. You can set it to like in the Music Center or the Planning Center Music Stand app. You can set it to like trigger a metronome or do some other stuff. But in order to get the play pause functionality and the next track universal functionality, because basically what you have to do is you have to run that Media Mix app in the background. And you need this to be universal. So I had to send mine in, but you could just order it from them the first time with the custom codes. And if you have questions about that, I can show you how to do that. So, and I guess just talk about pricing too. So I think this unit by itself is maybe $60 or $70. Each of these pedals I think are like 20 or 30. I bought this Behringer thing for like $30. I wouldn't get this one. I'd get a little bit different one. It works fine. It just has too much motion. It's okay. This tuner pedal, I've had this for a long time, but maybe $100 or something like that. These two DIs you can get pretty cheap, but I'd get a nice stereo DI. Radial makes some really super high end ones that are real expensive. They also make some a lot more expensive. You can get for maybe $60 or $80. You could get a nice stereo DI. So maybe what I'll do is I'll try to come up with some links so that you guys can click on those if you're interested for more about that. So hope that helps. If you have any more questions, like I said, let me know. Catch you later.